Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to make a French omelette. You may have had it at a fancy restaurant for breakfast at some point, but let me show you how to get it right at home. So you want to start with cracking your eggs. I'm using 3 because it's a good amount to make a nice fluffy French omelette. Then add in a splash of milk, pinch of salt, and then you want to really give it a good whisk. I'll show you here. You can see bits of white that's separated. You really want it to be one cohesive mixture so the omelette is completely yellow. Now this is a 10-inch skillet, non-stick. Start melting some butter in there. You really want to make sure that the pan is not too hot. You want to cook this on a low heat, and once you've perfected it, once you know exactly what to do, you can do what professional chefs do, which is cook it on a high heat so they can get the omelettes out rapidly without losing quality. But you need some practice to get there. So let that butter get nice and molten and then add in all of your eggs. Now at this point, grab a spatula or a fork and just start mixing and curdling the eggs. It's almost like you're making scrambled eggs. And you want to make sure that you always clean those sides. And keep doing this action until the eggs start to get creamier and get thicker. You want to always clean those sides and just keep repeating. You can see that we are scraping away all of that egg. And what you're basically doing here is making scrambled eggs and giving up midway when it gets creamy so that the bottom can get nice and smooth, completely yellow because we whisked it perfectly. And then the most delicate part is folding it. So continue mixing it, and at this point it's very close to being done. The reason why we are shaking it is so that the eggs are evenly flat, and you can use your fork or a spatula to really get that flat. Once it gets to this consistency, it's still kind of wet, really creamy, but it's not dry. You don't want it to be dry at all. There's a term that the French used which is called baveuse, and that is used to describe something that's moist, creamy, and runny. And that's the perfect term to describe the ideal cook and doneness level of a French omelette. It's almost like you're having scrambled eggs perfectly wrapped in an omelette, and that's the texture you want to have in the middle. So flatten that out completely and then release it a little bit from the side so you can start delicately folding it. That's one big difference between French and American omelettes, which is actually folded in half. So once you get almost to the end, I want you to grab some butter and just brush the underside. That's going to help slide it onto your plate. So what I like to do is kind of grip the pan like this, so I can tilt it and then let that final flip roll the omelette and complete that fold onto the plate as it flips. If you're too scared to do that, just flip it in the pan. And then just for that nice sheen, add some more butter on the top. Just spread that very lightly, and I'm serving this with some toasted bread and blistered cherry tomatoes. Top it up with some freshly chopped chives, and there is your homemade French omelette. Now it is very easy to do, as you saw, but if you are overthinking and you're not confident about what to do next, because you do have to think quickly on your feet and decide when it's ready to start folding. And if you're too slow with that, then by the time you get to that decision, the eggs may get completely cooked or get browned on the bottom. Now a little bit of brown is fine, but traditionally a French omelette should be completely, perfectly yellow and even. Now I had to record this video a few times because while I do make French omelettes from time to time, this time I had to record it and make it on camera. And I was doing the same thing where I was overthinking it and being too cautious that by the time I would start flipping, it would get completely cooked in the middle. and the other few times I just didn't hit record. So there you go. That's how you make a classic French omelette at home. I hope you found this recipe very easy, and I hope you're gonna try it and you know exactly what to do. So let me know if you're gonna make this in the comments down below. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want more videos just like this, and be sure to hit that bell icon so you know when my next video comes out. I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys.